course, he has Vespers evening prayers at St. Patrick's Cathedral. But Mr. Posner, one thing I'd like to ask about the speech itself, continuing on what we were saying before, the speech this morning and speeches to come. Who writes those speeches? Because the Vatican is a world in itself. They must be aware, however, of the feedback that he's been getting. He alluded to it himself on the plane here, saying he's not as liberal as a lot of people think he is. Who actually writes those speeches? How are they written?
There are a handful, Dave, of cardinals around him and a Monsignor and a bishop, Monsignor Ganswein, who had been an aide to the former Pope Benedict, who understand a bit of the secular politics. Remember, the Vatican is his own country, after all, so it is also a country they wear that hat. At the same time, they are the world's second largest religion, and that handful of advisors will do the drafts, and then this is a hands-on Pope. They know that from Buenos Aires. All of the advisors in Argentina told the people in Rome, this Pope gets down into the details. He will change words on you. He'll rearrange lines.
So if I may, I'm thinking back to Ronald Reagan, back when he wrote his Tear Down This Wall speech. A lot of his advisors told him, don't do it. It's too antagonistic to the Soviet Union. He said, the heck with it. We're gonna keep those words. It sounds like this Pope has the same kind of attitude towards speeches.
No, I think that's absolutely right. As a matter of fact, the last Pope who had this type of attitude was John Paul II, the Polish Pope, who was a great ally in the alliance with Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher in bringing down communism, especially in building up solidarity in Poland. So this Pope does have that touch. If you hear something and he's walking the fine line, trying to not antagonize someone, but remember, his main goal on this trip is to make the tent inclusive, to bring it as far as possible so that everybody can come into the faith, increase the numbers of Catholics who want to be there, who want to come back, who feel good about being Catholic. I'm a Catholic journalist, and I look at it from that perspective. This is a Pope who talks about a large encompassing tent, and he wants everybody there.
But just to the extent that this message was much more conciliatory than a lot of people thought it would be, the message today in Congress, you're saying that had his stamp, his personal stamp on it. It wasn't just something written by his speechwriter.
It's not just a mistake. You know, he's more than just a smile. And I know that from the last 2 years because I saw this Pope come in and I was skeptical about him when he first came in, that he would have the courage or the wherewithal or the smarts maybe to be able to reform this scandal-ridden Vatican Bank that I wrote about. He did. He's in the process of doing it, making it into a mundane, ordinary sort of central Federal Reserve. He's able to do that because he's hands-on, he's involved in the details. Now, if something comes up that you don't like or the people don't like or they hear something they don't like, he's going to take more heat from it because he is so hands-on, but he gets the benefit of it right now because he's popular with Catholics and non-Catholics.
Father Kevin Gabriel.